one of our favorite teams, the Green Bay Packers, are on the clock. Round 1, pick 22, but this is the first of a couple. They have a ton of draft picks in these first few rounds, so we got a lot to dive into. And let's get started off.
All right. So the Packers obviously traded Davante Adams. That's why they have 2 first-round picks here. And look, when you lose a player like Adams, especially bringing back Aaron Rodgers, you need to replace him and you need to surround Rodgers with weapons. So I'm going to kind of lump together both first-round picks here. And at number 22, I have the Green Bay Packers taking Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State. I call him the natural. This dude is so smooth, it's scary. The way he runs routes, the way he catches the football, he just looks just like the game comes so easy to him. One thing I loved about his highlights and watching some of his film was that his ability for scramble drills and broken plays to just find space down the field and get open and make the play. That seems to be a natural fit for Aaron Rodgers and that broken play ability. I think Rodgers will love this guy right out the gate. And quickly, I'll move on to Chrisitian Watson. This is wide receiver out of North Dakota State, who they'll take at pick 28. Watson is the exact opposite. He's big, he's strong, he's not nearly as polished, but he played at North Dakota State, which likes to run the ball. They're a team-oriented organization. So Watson's going to be a blocker. He's not afraid to block. He's not afraid to do the dirty work. So I could see Watson catching a lot of the quick outs, the quick slants, catch 80, 90 balls, do a lot of blocking and screens, and leaving a lot of the deep routes and broken plays and big play opportunities for Olave. And I think Rodgers will love this for 2 reasons. You've got your kind of do the dirty work guy in Watson, and you've got your big play guy in Olave. And I think those 2 guys together combined can do, I think, a pretty good job of replacing Davante Adams.
And that's right, Nick. And while Watson seems like a really good fit, probably a good piece that you want to have, I think it was incredibly smart to get Olave here. Because here's one of 2 things. Either you have Aaron Rodgers and he develops into a superstar wide receiver like Davante Adams under the dutiful eye of Aaron Rodgers, or you have Rodgers at least for another couple years. And Olave develops with Rodgers. Rodgers either retires or leaves and goes somewhere else. And now you've given a young wide receiver his first year or 2 in the league with probably one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play the game. You can never go wrong there. You're going to give yourself a superstar receiver either way. You're either going to have a superstar quarterback receiver combo, or you're going to have a new superstar receiver for your new quarterback that's coming in. So I think this is a very smart move on Green Bay's part.
Yeah, and moving on to the second round at pick number 53, we have them. This is also from the Las Vegas Raiders in the trade. We have them picking tackle Nick Petit-Frere, also out of Ohio State. Frere was a highly touted prospect. He's an athletic guy, played a lot of Ohio State, wasn't as dominant and as successful in his career as a lot of people thought he could be. Some people thought he had potential to be a top 10 pick, but he still was a very good player. Had a few issues against Aiden Hutchinson. That's why he's falling in the second round. Let's be honest. A lot of people had issues against Aiden Hutchinson. That's why Hutchinson is going to be a top 5 pick. I don't hold that against Frere. I like the way he's athletic. He's versatile. He can play left or right tackle. So we know the Packers have had some injuries on the O-line. So a guy who can play multiple positions as needed as that offensive line shuffles would be extremely valuable to a team like the Packers.
And I like this pick too, because what was one thing Aaron Rodgers always complained about? Oh, you never give me weapons. You never give me protection. Look, here's what you're doing. Adams leaves. You get 2 first-round receivers for Rodgers, and then you get a second-round, probably going to be a stud offensive lineman. He's got to feel a little bit more comfortable about that. You break him off, you pay him big-time contract, okay? But now you're also giving him some toys to play with and a protection package to go with it. You got to feel good as Aaron Rodgers to see the Packers go after guys like this in the draft. And what about the next round of this draft, Nick?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously Davante Adams is out in Green Bay. Who is the other guy that left Green Bay this season that has big shoes to fill?
Big Z.
Za'Darius Smith. Absolutely. So just like they went after 2 guys to try and replace star Davante Adams, the Green Bay Packers should follow the same strategy with their next 2 pick. The second round of pick 59, I like Drake Jackson, the edge defender out of Southern Cal. This guy is an absolutely naturally talented, gifted pass rusher. Big play machine, ability to beat offensive linemen so cleanly and smoothly. He's got all the moves to be a quality pass rusher. Is young. He's only 21, so you'd like him to be a little older, a little more mature, kind of grow into a little bit, and has had some injury problems. But I think he can come in, especially in some situational deals, and be an effective pass rusher for the Packers right out of the get-go. And that'll fall right into my third-round pick for Green Bay. That's Myjai Sanders, the edge defender out of Cincinnati. Sanders is one of the more interesting players in the NFL draft. He is thin for an edge guy. He is not necessarily so explosive or strong, but no one can block him. He plays very unorthodox. He has unique moves and strategies, and his ability to beat offensive linemen in pass rush situations, whether it's inside, tackles on the edge, tight ends, or running backs in support, is uncanny. He beats them so clean. He makes good linemen look silly just because he's so unorthodox the way he plays, just kind of his unique style. I think Myjai Sanders paired with Jackson's a lot of third down packages here could be a dynamic pass rushing combination for the Green Bay Packers as they look to move on from Zadarius Smith.
Yeah, and I think these are great picks. Zadarius Smith was drafted in the 4th round, so you get 2 guys in the 3rd. I like the approach of taking multiple shots at positions of need because you're going to hit eventually. And that is what the draft is. The draft is like trial and error. You never know exactly how a guy is going to pan out. There's so many different factors transitioning from college to the NFL, whether it's personal life circumstances, financial circumstances, adjusting to the game, all different kinds of things that can come into play with something like this. So the more opportunities you give yourself at a position of need, the better. So I really like this approach to the Packers. And if they follow this, I think they're going to be very successful this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to recap, they go 2 wide receivers with their 2 first-round picks, Chris Olave at Ohio State, Chrisitian Watson on North Dakota State. 2nd round, they get offensive lineman Nick Petit-Frere from Ohio State. And with their second-round pick and their 3rd-round pick, they go edge defenders to replace Zadarius Smith, starting with Drake Jackson and then finishing off with Myjai Sanders out of Cincinnati.